Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. The Sith or Sith Order were an ancient religious order of Force wielders devoted to the dark side of the Force. They were driven by their emotions, including hate, anger, and greed. Sith were deceptive and obsessed with gaining power at any cost. Darth Sidious achieved his order's goal of galactic conquest after a millennium of plotting. However, the death of Darth Sidious is thought to be the end of the Sith, and he is the last Sith Lord. While we know who is the last Sith Lord, it also brings the question of, who was the first Sith Lord? The Sith Order began thousands of years before the Clone Wars, when a rogue Jedi studied the forbidden arts of the dark side of the Force. He believed that the true potential of a Jedi involved tapping into the dark side, as opposed to embracing the contemplation and passivity of the light side.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
The Jedi High Council were upset by the beliefs of this Jedi and exiled him from the Order. However, the fallen Jedi gained a number of followers, and their actions led to the formation of the Sith, an order born during the time known as the 100-Year Darkness. In Star Wars Legends, this unidentified rogue Jedi was Ajunta Pall. He was a Force-sensitive human male who achieved the rank of Jedi Master. He began studying the ways of alchemy and eventually discovered the secret of creating and shaping life. Fearful of this power, the Jedi Order deemed it an abomination of the Force and sought to erase all practice of it. The Jedi High Council barred the teachings of Pall and his followers, deeming him a pawn of the dark side. Pall and his followers were angered by what they deemed Jedi arrogance and declared war on the Order, beginning a century-long conflict known as the 100-Year Darkness. Obtaining significant power, the now High General Pall slayed more than a dozen Jedi during the final battle on Corvus, but he and his fellow dark side Jedi were defeated nonetheless. Captured by his former comrades in the Jedi Order, Pall and his followers were stripped of their ranks and their weapons and exiled from space controlled by the Galactic Republic. Traveling from one planet to the other in search of a habitable world, the exiles eventually discovered Korriban on the Outer Rim. They were intrigued upon discovering the world was home to a Force-sensitive species known as the Sith, who, while relatively primitive when compared to the Dark Jedi, were quite creative in their knowledge of the Force. The Sith under their king, Hakagam Grouch, initially resisted the Dark Jedi's attempt to obtain their knowledge and subjugate them. However, Pall managed to recruit the King's Shadow Hand to their side, with the result that Grouch was betrayed, and Pall personally executed him with his own sword. Afterwards, the Sith species, in awe of Pall and his followers' ships and technology, quickly came to worship the visitors to their planet, hailing them as their gods. Pall and his followers then subjugated the natives, and his new Sith subjects referred to him as their Genari, meaning Dark Lord. As the first Dark Lord of the Sith, Ajunta Pall founded the first Sith Empire and expanded it onto other worlds. The Sith took over the planet Ziost and created it as their capital and as Pall's new home. Pall eventually died after serving the Empire for many decades, but his empire lived on. His body was returned to Korriban, where it was placed in a massive tube in what would come to be called the Valley of the Dark Lords. And there you have it! Thanks for watching, everyone! This video was done as a request to new Patreon subscriber MaxWWW. Thanks for your support! Be sure to check out our Patreon for exclusive content. So what did you think about the first Sith Lord? Let us know down below in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. We hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.
You are not a Jedi yet.